What's up, guys? Welcome to Denny's. Today, I wanted to show another build off that I'm having a lot of fun with. This one is a Marksman Rogue. Um, this is going to be basically your kind of, it's your flashy and your fun build. This is not going to be a meta shield build. I'm sure this build can go really well. High corruption and it's very fast, so speed farming very possible. I'm just doing some monoliths right now. I'm 62, and I think I'm in a level 70. I can't remember which one this is. I think this is the one after. I think it's the third one. But either way, this one's going to be what's called Dragon Song Marksman. So it's basically, if you don't know, it's a unique bow. So it's going to have some synergies that you need the unique for. Really, you only need the unique bow. So I'm going to go into it after a little gameplay showcase here. More or less, you have this unique bow. Whenever you get a crit, it has a chance to shoot out this little dragon breath, as you can see. It's really OP. It does a lot of damage. I'm currently level 62. I'm like 10 levels under level. Obviously, I know it's obvious, it's a common thing for you to be under leveled in this game, but still, I'm like destroying a little bit more than I have been with a lot of builds. And I'm just super tanky with all these like defensives and stuff, and dodge. It gives you dodge rating. Anyway, I'm gonna go into it. Before I do, I would appreciate it if you guys find anything useful in this. Definitely give it a thumbs up and give it a subscribe, because I'm going to be outlining some of the really fun builds that I find while playing this game. And basically, my goal is to try to help people enjoy the game more. I know you can always have fun on your own, but I feel like a little outside perspective always helps me out. So figure I would give my take on the game. And yeah, if you guys find anything useful, just do me a favor, hit that subscribe, hit that like. It means a lot. Definitely comment if there's any feedback you guys have for me. I'm just starting out, so yeah, anything you guys have would be appreciated. Any kind of constructive feedback, but we'll go into it. So basically the synergy is with the bow. You're running a unique bow. Again, it's called Dragon Song. You're going to be going into the Cinder Strike ability, which is basically like a combo strike. It's got 1, 2, and 3. The first strike is an AoE. 2 and 3 are kind of just single target. But the whole point of Cinder Strike is there's a little node in it that gets you like these little daggers that come out in a cone on the initial strike. So that's what we're aiming for. And I am going to go into it now. So bear with me. Let's see. So the bow you're looking for is Dragon Song. So this guy is basically the main part of the build. By the way, this is definitely taking some inspiration from a max roll build. I'll put it in the comments if you guys are curious. But what you've got is Dragon Song. You've got this last line here. It says 28% chance to cast Dragon Fire on crit. This is the biggest part. So basically, I don't have a lot of crit. I'm on 11%. That's why this build's so insane. I'm crushing, and I don't even have close to crit cap. I'm absolutely destroying. I don't even have close to crit cap. And I'm just leveling up. I'm level 63. This isn't even like a complete build. My gear is like literally garbage I found off the floor. It's literally trash, like 81% increased damage over time. I have a random thing here for shred armor on hit. It's just basically the only reason I'm using it. I've got 2 rings that are like literally useless. I've got some health on it, obviously, dexterity. That's all right. But yeah, basically, as you can see, my gear is not the best. So to get into it, I'm basically just going to go over the notable things on the build, and then I will kind of do a couple more gameplay demos I've got recorded for you guys, so that you can kind of see what it looks like. And obviously, keep in mind, this is just while leveling. But yeah, so we'll start off with Cinder Strike. This is like your main ability. You're basically looking to get into the fire breathing as fast as possible. So what I did, I just went 2 into the Ignite, 2 into the Kindling, 1, 1, 1. This is the quickest way you can get into this. You can have this by the skill being level 10, right? Or even level 7. It's really quick. So obviously you're going to start doing a lot of damage as soon as you get this. You're going to notice as you're leveling, you're just absolutely destroying. And then once you get level 36, when you can get this bow, that's when you're going to start absolutely, just melting basically. But yeah, that's Cinder Strike. The more notable ones on that one, leading into this, this is going to be Oil Coating. Basically, huge fire damage per stack that lasts for 4 seconds. So that's why you want attack speed. Definitely try to get a lot of bow attack speed if you can, because the more hits you have, the more oil coating you get. and the more damage you do, because it's per stack, and it lasts for 4 seconds, so you can get it stacking pretty high. This is our defensive, elusive. Per stack of oil coating, you get dodge and fire resistance, so we're covered insane there. I mean, your dodge goes up to like 50% sometimes with all the other talents and stuff. This one, I'm going to go over the synergies. Basically, the reason we take this is because if you have these boots here called Morning Frost, they do damage, cold damage, per point of dex. So I have currently 36 dex. That means I'm just adding 36 cold damage to basically my attacks and spells, right? So this is an attack. The spell is actually the Dragonfire. Dragonfire is the spell. So what that means is when we take this node here, you're actually getting oil coating. This is counting for the boots as well. So you're doing a lot of damage because of that with the synergies there. So the synergy is pretty heavy with the bow, boots, and I'll get into the belt as well in a moment. But yeah, the bow and the boots, and then this triangle right here is what you're going to go for. As you can see, I'm not even full. I'm level 18, so I still have a few to go. I'm going to be putting 2 into here to finish it off for some defensives. But yeah, you can see I'm not even full build, not even close, not even leveled up, got garbage gear, and this thing is going to shred, and I don't even have crit cap, and that's kind of what this build relies on. So it's kind of crazy. But yeah, to continue, shift. Shift, basically just for armor, right? So it gives you the shurikens. I'll go into why it's going to be giving you armor. Basically, whenever you shift, you throw shurikens. I only have 4 right now. I'm going into 5, but whenever you shift, you throw shurikens. Now, shurikens has a node right here. That basically makes it so you get armor per shuriken, and you also get increased duration, and they start spinning around you with this one here. So you're going to go with shurikens, you're going to mainly rush this right here, and then go into kind of these spare ones. This makes it so you backflip, this makes it so you do more damage, less mana cost, and then haste. This build has a lot of haste. But yeah, you get the idea. The main reason we're running these is because of defensives, right? This is going to give you invulnerability when you're shifting. For the Shadow Slip, this one's going to make it so you don't actually have to worry about the mana. Literally, mana is not an issue with shift. You can kind of just spam it, but we'll go into some mana issues that we might arise later if you're using a certain belt. But yeah, just huge defensive for shift. Cleanses ailments here at the top left. Increases distance to get that ailment cleansing. We're mainly just doing these ones to get the ailment cleansing, to be honest with you. But then, yeah, you get this, you're getting dodge rating, and then you're getting some movement speed. This build is really, really fast, so yeah. Shurikens. As I went over it, you're basically just going here for defensive, and then you're kind of just doing this for the haste, and then some mobility, extra mobility, right? So yeah, this is just because they do throw out and hit some people sometimes, so I figure might as well have them pierce a little bit. That way they don't go away when they're circling you, and that way you keep the armor, and you also get more crits potentially, which procs Dragonfire or Dragon Breath. Or Dragonfire. And then this is going to be a huge defensive. This is decoy. So decoy, the most important thing is going to be the second charge for sure, and then the fear. So you're going, in my opinion, you should rush into the second charge, followed by the fear. You're going to get some mana efficiency. You're going to get some frailty stacks whenever you drop it, and armor shred stacks, and then you're just getting some more armor shred and duration and stacks. And the fear is huge whenever it explodes, basically. Whenever it appears, it literally just fears people as soon as it appears for 2 seconds. That's insane. Huge defensive there. Some more haste here. And then I've got some dodge rating while it's active, which is just improving our dodge even more. We're getting an insane amount of dodge. So yeah, huge defensive here. But that's that. Smoke Bomb, final one. More notable ones are going to be the backflip away, immune during movement. It's going to give you like some iframes, I guess, if you will. If you're having issues, or if you think you're about to get hit by something, you can literally hit this, and you can dodge. You can literally be immune to any telegraphed attack. You can hit this before it, and you're immune to it, right? So it's actually really, really fun to use this. Same with shurikens. I have this little node here that makes it so you backflip. I do believe you are not invulnerable. Yeah, you're not invulnerable, but you backflip away, and it just adds some mobility. But to get back to this one, definitely notable is going to be the backflip away. You're wanting to increase the area. You're also wanting it for this right here. So you get another ailment cleanse when you go into the cleansing steam here. So you're going to rush. I just went 1 right into here and then into here. This is just giving you some extra dodge as well, and then a little bit of ward. Not really that important, but you're getting a little bit of extra dodge, which is nice. This is huge defensive here, more defensives. Basically, just these abilities are kind of all for defensives with a lot of haste built in, a lot of movement speed built in too. Bigger cloud, bigger area, and then you're going for some more defensives. You're getting glancing blow chance per stack of that you stand into it. It's called Dusk Shroud. You get increased duration on that, and then you get the frequency of that is increased. So you're just getting a huge defensive here by staying in your. Moral of the story: you're getting a huge defensive by staying in your smoke bomb. You get a huge defensive whenever you place this, and then whenever you shift and shuriken, you are getting huge armor, absolutely huge armor. So all these for defensives, and you're kind of just main damaging thing. You've got your sidekicks here, and then your main damaging thing is kind of just taking effect because of all this. You can kind of live and just get really close. That's the whole point of the build. You're getting really close, and that Dragon's Breath is kind of like a frontal spray. You know, not too far, but not too close either. So you can kind of stand a little bit back. But that is the points. Let's go into the passives real quick. More notable passives. Not going to take too long on this one. So you want some attack speed for sure. You want some dexterity. Dexterity with the boots, obviously, really, really good. This is really cool. So dodge rating, and then it gives you damage taken while moving minus 20%. So that's insane. That's actually so much DR for while you're moving. There's like a unique that gives that much. It's like the what is it? The Wings of Argentus or whatever, and that's like a pretty rare one that some builds use. I know that the Void Knight uses that build, but anyway, this is insane. Huge DR, increased dodge rating, huge. This is awesome. So you get movement speed basically always. You have a chance to gain haste for 1 second on hit. It's 25% chance, so you're hitting like all the time. You're pretty much always going to have this up if you're hitting. And then you also get increased damage per 1% increased movement speed. So the faster we are, the more damage we do. And then this is really, really important. So definitely rush to this one because this is going to be your sustain. You're getting health gain on hit and mana gain on hit. Absolutely beautiful. This is definitely going to be your most important sustain. So definitely rush to that. Not really that notable, but some more dodge rating and glancing blow chance there. And then notable ones in the Marksman tree. So the concentration. Increased damage with concentrate. So if you're hit with it by an enemy within 4 meters, you lose it, but it has a 4-second cooldown, so you're going to be able to gain it pretty quick. And then you just do increased damage. You just do increased damage, and then you're getting, while it's active, you're getting dodge rating, 150. You get a cooldown there, reduction, increased movement speed while it's active, and then more dodge rating. So you're just getting a shoot ton of dodge, and you're getting a bunch of defensives and a bunch of damage. A little bit of damage, not a bunch. Bow attack speed, really important. Dexterity, kind of important for the boots with the cold damage. Increased critical strike chance, not that necessary for me right now just because I don't have a lot of crit to start with, right? So not really taking that. Again, I have one still, so I'm still leveling, so I'm going to go throughout here and definitely like make some decisions. But what you can do is you can go into the Falconer and Blade Dancer tree for some defensives early. That's what I'm working on right now. You get some health and dodge in the Falconer tree. This is really nice. Gives you a bit more sustain. And then Blade Dancer, you get even more glancing blow chance. So you just have an absurd glancing blow chance to where you're really not taking that much damage. Mixed with the dodge, obviously, you're super, super tanky, which is really nice. The dexterity on this, again, adds to the boots, which is really nice. Damage for the boots. And then to talk more about... real quick, I want to go back into this and kind of go over some things I would add. Obviously, because I'm only level 63, I would go into this critical precision. That's literally going to give you almost 200% or around 150% crit chance with a bow, which is increased crit chance, sorry, with a bow, which is insane. We need that, obviously, for the Dragon proc, the Dragon Breath proc. And then we're going to go into Marksman real quick, and we're going to go over the things I would do. So the Arrow Storm, this is obviously... it's 10% bow attack speed. I don't know. I think I would just go into it to run into this one, which gives you more defensives basically with your smoke bomb, and then this also just procs without your smoke bomb. So I would say probably go into these. The one I'm really excited for is going into this. So this gives you mana when you basically attack. So when you use a skill, it costs 0 mana, and hit an enemy, you regain mana, but bow attacks cost more mana. It's not going to really affect your Cinder Strike, so you're going to be gaining a crap ton of mana. So yeah, just a huge way for your mana sustain there. This just really to get into that, you get some increased mana, you get some increased damage per mana cost. So that means that basically, wait, I'm confused with this one. Bow mana cost, increased damage 50% per point. Okay, you definitely only take one of those. That's not that worth it. So yeah, one into that just to go into that. And then the Master Archer. Nope, not that one. It's this one, I think. Yeah, crit multiplier and health on crit. This is huge for sustain. So I'll be going into that as soon as possible. Going probably 1 into here and then 3 into there as soon as I can. And then I think these 2 are the last ones I'll be taking in this tree. So maximum chance to gain sharpshooter 10% per point. Based on how far you're from me, up to a maximum of 10 meters. Each stack of sharpshooter increases bow damage in the last 8 seconds. Yeah, gonna go 4 into there, 5 into there, just to get that little proc to get the 5. So yeah, to give you an idea of what I'd be going into. Right now I'm still shredding. You don't even really need to worry about the future. I don't even need to worry about the future because I'm kind of just going into defensives right now and blasting. So we're done with the talents. Let's go into the gear real quick. It's all garbage I already did, so we're actually not going to spend too long. I'm going to go over the belt. The belt is not my favorite. It's cool. It increases your damage, increases your clear speed, but your mana is just permanently empty if you crit. If you have high crit, which I'm kind of worried about when I start to get high crit, my mana is going to be permanently empty. So I'm going to try to find a new belt, maybe like the belt that drops from that dungeon. I know it does some increased fire damage and increased fire spell damage, so it might increase some damage there and make my mana a little bit better. But yeah, the belt, the bow, the boots, huge synergy as far as the damage and everything. I'm using this. I always recommend using this if you're leveling a new character right as you hit 51, because literally this is like your entire source of tankiness. Like you literally just, obviously you're not immune, you're not invulnerable, but you just take so much less damage when you have critical strike avoidance capped, and it's obviously it provides some extra health, and 220 armor is quite a bit. But yeah, that's the gear, that's the build, that's the build. That's the build as a whole. Go for crit strike chance. Go for crit strike multiplier. Go for bow attack speed. I think I'm going to run 2 copper rings, or maybe get the helmet from the Heart of the Mountain that increases your crit chance. It's from the dungeon. What is it? Is it this one? Yeah, Lightless Arbor. It's from Lightless Arbor. You get the helmet. It's Peak of the Mountain, I believe is what it's called. That's going to increase your crit chance. The final boss there drops it. But yeah, we're going to go into the little video that I have real fast. This is going to be for the... Basically, I just showed you guys a little mono where I was clearing. This is going to be a boss kill. So this is going to showcase basically that it's not too terrible in a single target either. So I was clearing really quick in the, obviously... Echo, the monolith, but this is going to be the boss. So I pretty much tank like everything as far as the boss is concerned. I try not to stand in I try not to stand in the telegraph stuff. I'm pretty sure I'd be able to live, but I kind of move out of that. You can see it's kind of already shredding. Look at the stacks of armor shred I have too. That's just because the gloves I have, but definitely get armor shred if you can. It'll really help out this build. I get hit by one of those there and I only go down to half health. So I'm like 10 levels under leveled and I'm getting hit by the telegraph and I'm not dying. That shows you like what the chess piece does and kind of what this build's like as far as tankiness. But I also already have her 50%. So obviously I'm not blasting her, but I am leveling. I have terrible gear, but I feel like I'm doing a fair amount of damage and I'm also living pretty well. So you get out with shift. You can get out with, boom, there's a shuriken backflip with the node there. So you have so much mobility, but as you can see, my mana's low because of the meteors. So not the most fun, but yeah, I think it does that extra bit of damage. It's really nice. One thing I forgot to mention is definitely get the Throne of Ambition if you can. It's an idol. I didn't really go over idols, but really what you're looking for idols is the chance to... Or not chance to, no, it's elemental resistance, because our resistances are so garbage with this. As you can see, a little bug there. He telegraphed it to the right and then went to the left, and then I do the backflip here actually to do the iframe, which was pretty cool. Or I think I dodged it, I'm not sure, but I did a little backflip and I also didn't get hit by it, so I was pogging. But yeah, that's that. As you can see, we're gonna go back. I'm gonna show you guys the idols that I'm talking about. I don't think I have any yet. Yeah, I don't have any yet. Throne of Ambition, definitely grab that. That's going to be from the Stolen Lance final boss. Definitely grab that. It drops quite a bit when you're above the empowered monos, or if you're even really, I think you can get lucky and get it to drop without being empowered. But yeah, and then I don't have any of them, but you're looking for a huge idol with elemental. Oh yeah, I do. Elemental resistance. And then I think for the top one, it doesn't really matter that much. I haven't really found anything that works too well with the build. I think maybe it's some increased damage options, but the elemental resistance is really what you're going for because our resistances are garbage. So yeah, your resistance is bad because of this, and then your cold resistance is, and then your physical as well. So yeah, I've got like no resistances, and you guys saw that I wasn't getting one tapped or anything, so that shows you how tanky this build is. I'm working on the resistances and all the gear. But anyway, that's been it. That's been the build. It's really fun. Definitely give it a try. This one is top for me, top tier. I mean, I had fun with the Echo Warpath Void Knight. This is like a different kind of fun. It's just super flashy, super fun, and it's does a lot of damage, and I'm really enjoying it, and I think you guys would enjoy it too. So definitely give it a go. And this is me peacing out. I'll see you guys later.